My dear child, I sense that there is something awakening within you, a subtle discomfort, an uneasiness that remains unspoken. It is beyond the grasp of reason, yet it possesses a power that can stir your spirit and lead to restless nights. Maybe you have set it aside, attempted to explain it away, or comforted yourself with the thought that it was just tiredness, stress, or a passing feeling. But I urge you now, heed the quiet plea emerging from the depths of your spirit. There are truths beyond our sight, yet your spirit has recognized them long before now. Now is the moment for you to confront the reality. The dwelling you inhabit has ceased to be a sanctuary for your spirit. There exists a subtle essence in the quiet spaces, not a whisper, not a figure, but a presence, a truth that has gone unnoticed, yet has been ever present, silently observing, hovering like a steadfast shadow that embraces the sacred corners of your dwelling. You have rested in the presence of unspoken truths, inhaled the air that appeared light, yet bore a weight that is difficult to define. In moments of weariness, when sadness seems to settle in your heart unbidden, and uncertainties envelop your thoughts like a heavy mist, remember that you are not alone in your struggles. Everything happens for a reason. Something that does not belong to the light has concealed itself there, patiently waiting for your moment of vulnerability to instill fear and obstruct the serene path I have laid out for you. That place was once a sanctuary I allowed for a season, but now it is no longer a haven of peace. Your prayers continue to ascend, yet they may not echo with the same depth as they once did. Your rest has been disturbed, as an unwelcome presence has entered and sullied the sanctity of your peace. It remains silent, yet its essence is palpable, akin to an unseen toxic mist infiltrating every nook and cranny. It appears uninvited and unwelcome, yet it clings as if yearning for a place in your life. You have not committed any wrongdoing, yet you have not remained vigilant. You have allowed weariness to creep in, making small compromises with the shadows. In what appeared to be a harmless surrender, you have unwittingly welcomed something that is not meant for you. It did not arrive with a loud announcement, but rather through the gradual fading of your belief. With every postponed prayer, every time you thought just a little is sufficient, my dear, even the tiniest opening can allow the darkness to seep in. Now I urge you to take a moment and look once more. May my light illuminate every hidden corner of your home, your bedroom, the paths you tread each day, and most importantly, your heart. There are things you may perceive as mere objects, yet they carry an unsettling energy within them. There are memories, tokens, or even overlooked habits that shadows have exploited as gateways. I share this not to instill fear, but to bring you liberation. I do not pass judgment upon you, yet I cannot allow you to stay in that place any longer. For I understand that hesitation can wear down even the most resilient of souls. As you depart, let it be not just with your feet, but with your entire heart. It is essential to let go of all things, even the tiniest connections to negativity, and dedicate your surroundings entirely to the pure light that I offer. I urge you to break free from that familiar place, not just the physical dwelling, but the mental stronghold you've grown comfortable in, the false sense of security you thought could protect you from the spiritual struggle. No, you were not selected to remain in the shadows. You have been summoned to stand up and embrace your purpose. Your home should transform into a sacred stronghold, a refuge where my presence is clearly felt, untainted by any form of compromise. For this transformation to take place, it is essential to purify not just the physical surroundings, but also the connections you maintain, the thoughts you nurture, and the silent commitments you've formed in the shadows. Allow me to join you on this journey. Allow me to guide you as we journey together through each space, each item, and each feeling. May your prayers flow like a refreshing stream, cleansing and removing any remnants of unfamiliar influences. You are never alone. I stand prepared, eager to take the next step forward, but I seek your partnership. It is important to embrace the call to action. Your agreement is essential for me to liberate you from the confines that the adversary has sought to envelop you in. Through quietness and the comfort of the known, do not overlook the peril of what lies beneath the surface. The hidden matters are often the most dangerous, for they can ensnare you without any visible restraints. Can you sense it? the soft breeze starting to awaken within your soul. I am inviting you to rise up and take your stand. It is time for us to take action. It is time to move beyond the familiar and embrace the new space I have set aside for you. A place where my presence shines brightly like an everlasting flame, illuminating every shadow with truth and love. As you step inside, a sense of liberation will embrace you. Your lungs shall be filled with the gift of breath. You shall find rest in tranquility. You will move freely, unburdened by the feeling of being observed. My dear one, this change is not a conclusion. This marks the start of something new. This is a time of transformation in your life, and for new beginnings to emerge, it is essential to let go of what no longer serves you. I am urging you to step away from falsehoods, to break free from the illusion of security, and to emerge from the confines that have been quietly stifling your spirit. I invite you to step into a realm where my presence shines brightly, a light that endures, allowing you not just to exist, but to fully embrace life. Embrace the fullness of life. As it has always been my desire for you, it has lingered in the background, quietly and steadfastly following your every move. It made no sound, drew no attention, but it was always there, lurking, breathing in sync with you, watching through unseen eyes. It did not intrude with anger. It did not cry out or break down barriers. It opted to remain steadfast, hidden beneath the facade of everyday life. In the matters you considered benign, it concealed itself within thoughts that seemed pure, actions you thought were trivial in those still times when you surrendered, vowing to come back to righteousness later. Its strength lay not in brute force, but in wisdom and a deliberate calmness. It understood when your spirit felt burdened. It recognized the moment your belief started to falter, and in those moments, it embraced you, delving deeper into the sacred essence of your soul. It assured you that all was well, that you remained near the light, still pure enough to feel no worry, and with those gentle deceptions, it gradually occupied the space that was intended solely for me. It wove confusion, doubt, and spiritual weariness into your heart, causing you to question even the assurances I have shared. But now, my cherished friend, I have found my voice. I cannot permit you to remain in this uncertainty. I am arriving, not as a gentle breeze, but as a powerful force breaking through the night, as a divine light illuminating every shadow where darkness has taken hold. I am uncovering the truths that have been hidden for far too long. I am illuminating the truth for all to see, all that has been concealed. Every plan of darkness once believed to be perfectly executed will now find no refuge. My light serves not just to guide your journey, but also to reveal the hidden influences that have shaped your life without your conscious realization. The hidden ties that have held you will be revealed. Every false sense of security will be broken down. Negative emotions, stolen dreams, and lies disguised as truth will ultimately face the scrutiny of divine illumination. You may sense a deep stirring within your spirit. Something is stirring within you, a gentle yet profound tremor, as if your soul is rousing from a deep rest. I am here to bring you to a new understanding. I invite you to awaken the profound essence within you, that you may come to a true understanding. It is time to confront the reality before us. It is time for you to open your eyes to what has long been out of alignment. For quite some time, you have felt a stirring within, a sense that something was amiss, yet you endeavored to push it aside, convincing yourself it was merely a passing feeling. But no, it was a gentle reminder, a sacred call I have been extending to you all along. And today I affirm this to you. A powerful influence has been at work behind the scenes of your life. It has twisted your spirit. It has sapped your happiness. It has taken away your tranquility, and it has clouded the source of vitality within you. But you are not alone in this struggle, for I am here to support you. I stand with you, opening the doors that have been shut by the adversary, dismantling the walls it has erected in your thoughts and feelings. I am harnessing my everlasting strength to break through every falsehood, allowing truth to emerge at the core of your being, proclaiming, I have witnessed, I have understood, and I have arrived to liberate you. You will witness what you once hesitated to face. You will come to discern those harmful relationships that you previously believed to be ordinary. You may perceive the shadows lurking behind decisions you once thought were innocent. You will come to realize the reasons behind the closed doors in your life, the unfulfilled dreams, and the persistent fears that lingered, even as you endeavored to walk in faith, because I seek to bring clarity to all matters. Let us draw a clear line between light and shadow, truth and falsehood, life and decay. This moment is one of revelation, intended not to bring shame, but to liberate you. I do not reveal what is concealed to cause you pain, but to bring healing from the source. Just as a healer must make an incision to remove the affliction, I am addressing what has quietly troubled your spirit. I care for you deeply, and it pains me to see you remain in a realm of comforting falsehoods. My love is unwavering, capable of breaking through every facade, gentle enough to guide you from the maze of deception, and mighty enough to reclaim all that has been lost. And I share this with you today. Keep your heart wide open, allowing your spirit to become a field where my light can illuminate every corner. Do not be afraid as I share what needs to be let go, what must be dismantled. For while it may bring pain, it is the path to genuine liberation. Embrace this insight as a cherished blessing, for it is only through divine understanding that the concealed can be revealed. As I, who perceive the innermost parts of your being, decide to illuminate the truth from the darkness, in the quiet hours of the night, when solitude envelopes you, there are times when you can feel, though faintly, an awareness observing your every step. It defies reason, yet it stirs something deep within you. A nameless feeling envelopes you like a cold mist, seeping into your very being, quickening your heart, as if your spirit is attempting to alert you to something your mind has yet to grasp. When an unusual breeze sweeps by, when an elusive shape dances in your mind, when disjointed sounds arise from the silence, you may find yourself attempting to reassure your spirit that it's merely a figment of your imagination, perhaps a sign of fatigue, an overactive mind, or simply your inner self weaving tales to capture your attention. My dear child, I assure you, it is not merely a coincidence. It is not the result of a nebulous thought process. These are messages conveyed from the spiritual realm, indications of caution from me, from the invisible yet profoundly authentic dimension. They serve as a call to attention, urging you to recognize that something extraordinary is awakening within the sacred space you cherish as your own. Those sensations, those fleeting moments, are whispers from the divine realm, urging you to awaken before the opportunity passes you by. You might have overlooked them, dismissed them with a sigh, and continued with your daily life, yet your spirit remained aware. It continued to listen, resonating with chimes that your heart had yet to quiet enough to comprehend. I share this not to invoke fear, but to inspire a deeper understanding. It is important to recognize that this world extends far beyond what is visible to the naked eye. There are divine forces at work all around you, unseen struggles taking place, and you are the one I have placed at the center of the sacred space to be shielded. And within your very home, the sanctuary you hold dear, signs of unrest have started to emerge. Not everything appears as it truly is. There are forces that have come into your life uninvited, settling in without consent, and they are making their presence felt in the air around you, in your feelings, in the troubled nights, and in the quiet times that weigh heavily on your heart. When I share my concerns with you, it is not out of anger, but from a place of profound love. I am here with you in this moment of quiet, but I ask you to open your heart and listen. It is essential to still every distraction so that you may come to understand this profound truth. You find yourself in an environment that has been affected, not due to any wrongdoing on your part, nor because you willingly invite negativity, but rather because there are forces that constantly attempt to infiltrate even the tiniest openings. Cracks that emerge from fatigue and apathy do not arise from sudden impact, but rather from a sense of familiarity, from a spiritual dullness, from those times when you postpone prayer, when you cease to engage with my word, when you opt for silence instead of facing the truth. Every unexplained sound, every sudden chill, every sense of being watched, they are reminders of the presence that surrounds us from beyond the physical world. I want to share with you that the moment to take action has arrived. It is time to recognize and heed these signs. These are the doors I am opening for you, that you might see more clearly, that you may no longer be obscured by the deceptive piece of walls that have already begun to fracture. For if I do not awaken you, you will remain in a state of illusion, convinced that all is well while the very foundation of your tranquility has already been undermined. Do you recall those moments when you found yourself awake in the stillness of the night, not due to any external disturbance or a fleeting dream, but rather stirred by an inexplicable sensation deep within your soul? That was me reaching out to you, softly urging you to awaken so you could recognize the spiritual struggle that is growing stronger in your home, the unease that eludes your understanding, the dreams that leave you feeling exhausted, the minor conflicts within your family that suddenly feel more pronounced. These are all signs of an unknown presence that is gradually taking hold. I urge you to stand strong, to cast aside your fears, and to step forward with purpose. It is time to bless your home anew. You must speak forth and proclaim that this place is rightfully mine. It is essential to lift up in prayer not just your own needs, but also every space, every nook, and every entrance. It is essential to purify the spiritual environment of your dwelling through the power of my word, through unwavering faith, and through a commitment to holiness. Clarity is essential. Only my presence can fill this space. You are entrusted with the sacred duty of safeguarding the spiritual entrance of your household, and it is your discernment that will guide who is welcomed and who must be turned away. The alerts you perceive are not intended to make you retreat in trepidation, but to empower you as a champion, resolute and wise, unaffected by the serene facade of circumstances. You are surrounded by support in this journey. I will stand with you in this journey. I will guide you on the precise actions to take, what should be set aside, what elements need cleansing, and what mindset requires transformation. I will guide you away from the shadows. The guiding light is ahead of you, shining upon each step of your journey, allowing you to move forward with steadfast assurance. My dear ones, understand this. The discomfort you are experiencing is not a sign of weakness. Your spirit remains vibrant and connected, and that is the foundation where healing starts. Keep your heart open. Do not ignore the feelings that resonate within the very core of your being. Allow me to affirm what you have merely sensed. Allow me to come and bring back harmony and purpose. Allow me to be the sole presence that guides and nurtures your household. My beloved one, throughout this journey, I have placed my guardians around you, enveloping your home with divine protection from the heavens above. These silent guardians have intercepted harmful forces and protected you from numerous hidden schemes aimed at invading your sanctuary. Strategies veiled in subtlety, quietly encroaching to disrupt the tranquility I have bestowed upon you. Even in your moments of uncertainty, that circle of protection has been steadfast, hour by hour, moment by moment, surrounding you with a love that knows no bounds. Even if your eyes have not yet glimpsed the unseen world, my safeguarding presence has always been with you. However, my dear one, I cannot permit this veil to lead you into passivity or spiritual slumber. There are matters, though my guardians have hindered their complete arrival, whose foundations, whose beginnings still reside within the very space you inhabit. They do not arrive with overt destruction, but rather seek to quietly take hold in the recesses of your thoughts, in the patterns of your daily life, in every small entryway left ajar through neglect. And now the moment is upon us, the moment for your eyes to be unveiled. I can no longer permit you to dwell in shadows or allow your spirit to be guided by uncertainty. My light does not arrive to soothe you with falsehoods, but to reveal the truth that you must confront. Even if that truth momentarily leaves you in awe, it is essential to now recognize clearly what has transpired. It is essential to recognize those who have come into your sacred space, not merely by their physical presence, but by their impact, their motives, and the influence you may have inadvertently allowed them to wield. There are individuals, connections, and actions that may appear innocuous at first glance, yet possess profound implications that go beyond what is immediately visible. They came into your life gently, bringing peace and harmony, yet, step by step, they ventured beyond the boundaries I set for your safeguarding. And since they were not acknowledged from the outset, their influence has started to grow, allowing that which is not meant for me to establish itself. My dear one, I hold no judgment against you for this. I understand that it was not your intention to permit it. I see that your heart is gentle and full of love, ready to trust and eager to welcome others in. It is out of deep care and concern that I feel compelled to share this with you. The moment has arrived for you to step out of uncertainty. It is essential to establish a distinct boundary regarding what is rightfully mine and what is not. Your threshold, both in body and spirit, was once a revered boundary that I honored. Yet, when you allowed your guard to slip, when you permitted your feelings to guide you rather than my spirit, the outsider discovered an entry point. Your explicit consent is not required. Just a single moment of compromise, a seemingly harmless invitation, a gift that was not sought by my heart, a person who entered your space without bringing the light of truth. And in that moment, the seeds started to grow deep within the soil. You felt a change in the spirit of your home, though the reason eluded your understanding. Discussions deepened, slumber turned fitful, and tranquilly appeared to gradually slip away. Yet you dismissed it with the reasoning of human understanding, weariness, anxiety, and the conditions around you. What you may not have realized is that a spiritual door had been opened, allowing darkness to begin seeping in like a thin mist, subtle yet swiftly spreading. And so, today, I stand firm in my conviction. I come to enlighten you, not just to recognize the outcomes, but to understand the origin. You must be discerning about those who have entered your space without my invitation. It is essential to recognize the influences that have attached themselves to you and to understand the weight they bear. It is important to acknowledge the signs that have been presented to you. Restlessness, oppression, those peculiar feelings you may have once overlooked. No, they were not mere coincidences. They were my acts of guidance. My gentle yet urgent knock invites you to take a moment, to reflect on all that surrounds you. It is time for you to stand and reaffirm my rightful claim over your dwelling once again. Not only the physical space you occupy, but every aspect of your existence, your body, your thoughts, your feelings, and your connections with others. Proclaim with confidence and certainty that nothing shall enter your domain without the consent of my spirit. Present to me every room, every corner, every memory, every dream once more. Consecrate your entrances. Purify the spiritual environment through heartfelt supplication, for it is in those areas where my authority is restored that darkness will be banished for all time. This truth can be challenging to confront. It prompts a deep reflection on what you once held dear, what you cherished, and what you allowed to touch your heart. But I assure you, the truth will not lead to your downfall. It will bring you liberation. It will guide you to the place I have set aside for you, where peace is not just a momentary experience, but a steadfast and enduring truth. I desire not just to shield you from darkness. I desire to appoint you as a protector, someone who perceives wisely, who stands firm in their authority, and who embraces holiness rather than yielding to compromise. Fear not, dear one. Do not feel embarrassed when I reveal the truth to you. What I share is meant not to bring judgment, but to bring healing. Not to highlight your shortcomings, but to uplift you in grace. You are not in this battle by yourself. My guardians remain present, ever vigilant, always prepared to stand in your defense. As you find alignment with me, I encourage you to open your heart and embrace the light once more. Allow me to purify your dwelling, addressing both the tangible and the intangible aspects, from the exterior to the interior. Allow me to once more assume authority over that area. For when your eyes are opened, you will discern the contrast between what I offer and what the shadows conceal. You will experience the genuine tranquility that flows from my presence. You will sense an environment filled with my presence, and you will come to know what it truly means to have a dwelling not only protected by my angels from the outside, but also joyfully embraced by them within, unhindered and welcomed. That is my heartfelt wish for you, for your loved ones, and for all those who will come after you. And that is why I cannot permit you to continue in uncertainty for even one more day. Allow the truth to guide your path. May my light illuminate every concealed corner. And when clarity is attained, take action, for the sake of your freedom, for the peace of your home, and for the great purpose I have instilled in you since the dawn of creation. You are not simply someone who resides in a dwelling. You are entrusted with the sacred responsibility of a space that is rightfully yours. And today marks the moment when you will embrace that role fully, with reverence, strength, and the unwavering love of the one who has called you. Now, dear one, you can no longer afford to turn a blind eye to this message. This is a moment that calls for decisive action, for clarity, and for the courage to unveil the truth rather than hiding it behind a veil of false tranquility. The words I share with you today hold profound significance, serving not just as a gentle nudge, but as a serious and pressing invitation, resonating from the depths of time, and one must not overlook it, for doing so will lead to repercussions. If you choose to stay in a state of spiritual blindness, if you keep your eyes closed to the signs that have been presented to you, if you remain silent while guidance is offered, then you are unknowingly allowing what has been foretold to start unfolding in a manner you may not wish for. It is not I who bring calamity upon you, but your silence and delay may unwittingly set in motion a chain of events that the adversary has been plotting in the darkness. What I am sharing with you is a profound chance to grasp the truth before it solidifies into an unchangeable state. My dear one, the reality is this. A person in your close circle, someone who knows you well and has deep insight into your life and feelings, has had a profound impact in allowing something unfamiliar to come into your life. This individual came not as a menace, nor did they announce their presence with a boisterous signal. They entered softly, wrapped in a sense of familiarity and trust, and through the closeness you offered, they became a conduit for influences that are not of my own making. It is possible that their intentions were not malicious, or that they were simply unaware of their actions, yet the reality still stands. There has been a contribution to the weakening of your spiritual protection. This individual possesses a level of comfort that allows them to engage with you openly and without concern. They understand you deeply, able to articulate thoughts that resonate with your spirit. They have been by your side in pivotal times, offering words that appear to bring solace, yet beneath the surface, something unwholesome has started to grow. I share this with you not to instill doubt in your heart regarding those around you, but rather to ensure you grasp the importance of the situation. Not everyone who approaches you brings illumination. Not every expression of closeness originates from within me. Some relationships arise not from a higher purpose, but from chance encounters influenced by negativity, and they serve as obstacles on your path. It is essential for you to be wise about who you permit to enter the deepest parts of your being, that sacred space within you where only the divine should reside. The individuals you permit to enter your thoughts, your emotions, and your personal space wield a greater impact than you may understand. If you do not take the time to reflect, if you do not listen to the guidance of the Holy Spirit, you will allow influences that are not aligned with my will to move freely in your life, masquerading as closeness, kindness, or comfort. I understand that this revelation may bring you deep sorrow. I understand that you might be experiencing feelings of betrayal, confusion, and a sense of being adrift. But keep this in mind. I only share what is necessary for the sake of freedom and restoration. I do not lift the veil to cause you pain, but to bring you healing. For although the truth may bring forth tears, it is that same truth that will cleanse your vision, allowing you to perceive clearly the reality that is unfolding around you. One cannot fight against the shadows while simultaneously safeguarding the elements that sustain them. True peace cannot be attained while holding on to connections that have, perhaps without your awareness, invited turmoil into your life. And I cannot act completely for you if you persist in remaining silent. Persist in turning your gaze from the reality I am revealing to you. Keep in mind that you are not meant to dwell in doubt, but you are also not meant to embrace spiritual ignorance. It is essential to cultivate the ability to discern, relying not on emotions, but on the wisdom imparted by the Holy Spirit. Those who are genuinely called will bring peace, illumination, and vitality. Yet, those who lack sincerity, regardless of how kind their words may seem or how reliable they appear, will ultimately disclose the true price of their influence in your life. Today, I am lifting the veil, allowing you to see clearly now, before the cost of delay becomes evident. My dear one, let us turn our hearts to prayer. Come to me with a genuine heart. Inquire of me who it is that is moving beyond the path I have laid out for you. Allow me to share with you insights that may be beyond your current understanding. And when I reveal the truth, when I uncover their deeds, their impact, and the outcomes that ensue, you must be prepared to take the necessary steps. Regardless of the depth of your attachment or the extent of your care, it is essential to prioritize me above all other relationships, for I alone understand what is genuinely best for you. I care for you deeply, and I will take away anything that does not foster growth and vitality, and I hope you cherish yourself enough to heed the call to step away from entanglement. Let me purify the very earth beneath your feet. Allow me to cleanse the spiritual environment that has been tainted by unfamiliar forces, and allow me to bring purity and sanctity into your living space, within your home, in your thoughts, and throughout your relationships. For you are a sacred space. You are the sacred space where I yearn to dwell completely, in unity and harmony. I do not allow darkness to dwell in the sacred space I hold dear. Today, I stand before you not merely to issue a warning, but to take action. Stand up now. Do not hesitate. Refrain from offering justifications. Let go of what I am encouraging you to release. Before you lies genuine liberation, illumination, and a promised land that has been set aside for you to embrace. That door will only swing wide when you release the burdens that hold you back. I have demonstrated this to you. The choice now rests in your hands. Select the path of illumination. Embrace what is true. Embrace the one who cherishes you with a steadfast love, the only guide capable of leading your spirit to a haven of genuine peace. The moment is upon us when I, who have walked alongside you in both trials and triumphs, the one who perceives all that lies beneath the surface, will reveal and disclose the identity of the one who has introduced chaos into your life. As I bring this to your attention, as I reveal to you unmistakably and without hesitation the source of the disturbance, the one who acted as the gateway for darkness to enter, I urge you to hold firm in your understanding. Do not waver in your resolve. It is not for you to question, can this indeed be? For I am the source of all truth. Every insight I share is intended to guide you towards healing and renewal. Do not allow your finite understanding to question what has been affirmed in the Spirit. Be cautious not to let misguided compassion, unwise forgiveness, or emotional bonds prevent you from embracing the truth. For if you turn away from the truth I present, allowing regret to dim the light I offer, you will find yourself ensnared in a cycle of turmoil, missing the opportunity to embrace the new season I have set before you. A season where light prevails and peace is fully restored. Have you ever pondered why it feels like everything has strayed from its intended path? Have you ever wondered why the cherished plans you once held dear seem to be constantly interrupted and unraveling without any apparent cause? Why, despite your dedication, your heartfelt prayers, your righteous deeds, does your mind still feel clouded, your joy seem elusive, and your spirit remain weary? Allow me to share a profound truth with you. This is not by chance. This is not merely a chance occurrence. It is the result of an influence that has lingered in your life for far too long, an influence that is not of my making. Every delay you have encountered carries a profound purpose, a concealed reason behind each closed door, every missed opportunity, and every moment of confusion that seems inexplicable. There exists a profound bond between the presence of that individual and the tumultuous storms that rage within your spirit. When they entered your life, a transformation began. Yet it did not align with the path I had envisioned for you. Your pace has diminished, your sight has become clouded, and your discernment has been compromised by alluring phrases devoid of truth, by closeness that lacks sanctity. It often goes unnoticed, for shadows creep in quietly, without a loud entrance. It arrives disguised in a guise of kindness, in a sense of closeness, in matters that appear just, yet gradually it leads you away from the divine calling. It does not break you immediately. Instead, it gradually wears you down through indifference, through small compromises, in the instances when you chose silence over speaking out, in the moments when you allowed a false sense of peace to drown out the prompting of the Spirit. Can you perceive it now? How often have you experienced a sense of being adrift, unsure of the reasons behind it? How often have you experienced a sense of weakness in your faith, despite diligently following the right path? How often have you sought tranquility, only to encounter a persistent unease? There are no coincidences in life. Disorder does not emerge on its own. It comes in through a door that was opened, not by my hand, but through a quiet agreement between you and the one I am about to unveil. And so, when I reveal that person's identity, when I call out that connection by name, you must be prepared to let it go, even if it brings you sorrow, even if it requires leaving behind what once felt so comfortable. For I do not reveal to judge but to restore. I share this not to instill fear, but to bring you liberation. I share these truths not to bring you harm, but to guide you in reclaiming all that has been taken from you. Your peace, your clarity, your stability, and your genuine joy in our shared journey. Have courage, dear ones. Your heart is filled with compassion. I understand the deep affection you hold for those dear to your heart. It is commendable to seek the good in others. Yet true kindness must be rooted in awareness and understanding. Compassion cannot thrive in the absence of honesty. Compassion and forgiveness are important, yet it is essential to remain steadfast in opposing what is unjust. If you choose not to act, you will only extend the cycle of turmoil from which you seek to break free. You will continue to be caught in the turmoil I am working diligently to free you from. Do not be afraid of what is to come. Embrace the illuminating power of truth without hesitation. It might feel daunting initially, but soon you will experience a sense of peace. The weight will be lifted, your vision will expand, your spirit will find peace, and your essence will be sheltered once more in the embrace of comfort and protection. I am purifying your environment, both externally and internally, and this purification starts with a sincere examination of the truth. Hold this close to your heart, dear one. My affection for you is steadfast and unwavering. That love always remains vigilant against what may cause you harm. That love will go to great lengths to safeguard your spirit, even if it requires letting go of something familiar that isn't genuinely beneficial for you. This is why I address you today with a sense of deep importance. Prepare yourselves, open your hearts, and step beyond the familiar confines of comfort. Embrace the revelation I am about to share, without doubt, without resistance, and without delay. Embrace the truth that brings liberation, and allow me to guide you to a renewed existence, a realm where shadows fade away, where tranquility reigns supreme, and where you will journey with newfound clarity and resilience like never before. And when you step into that space, you will recognize that this is what I have been diligently preparing for you. This is the essence of true liberation. This is the abundant life you have yearned for, and now it is within your reach. Embrace it with unwavering faith and full commitment. My dear one, it is not by chance that you frequently sense a disturbance, even when all seems serene on the outside. It is not by chance that there are moments when you find yourself in silence, your heart burdened by an indescribable weight, as if an unseen force is stirring the depths of your soul. That is a reality. It is the blessing I have instilled in you, a spiritual insight, a celestial understanding that goes beyond the confines of logic and earthly vision. It is the gift of perceiving what remains unseen, to listen for the gentle guidance of the Spirit amidst the clamor of countless voices in our lives. Your feelings are valid, and you don't require anyone else's approval to acknowledge them. There is no requirement for tangible proof to demonstrate that your spirit is raising a warning. For I am the one who has woven this spiritual sensitivity into your heart, like a lamp illuminating the darkness, like a compass that consistently guides you towards truth. Have faith in what resonates within you, for that is a guiding presence speaking from the profound depths of your being. Have faith in that inner wisdom, for it arises not from education or reasoning, but from a sacred revelation. Trust that I am the voice reaching out to you in this moment, igniting your spirit, enlightening your understanding, urging you to respond with bravery and divine insight. You are not alone in this understanding, and I have not permitted you to traverse the shadows without bearing the illumination of insight. I have revealed the truth to you, not to lead you into confusion, but to guide you clearly. I am here to lead you, and each step I encourage you to take is intended to lead you towards true freedom. So heed that calling. Do not hold back, do not waver, and do not silence the voice within simply because it may not resonate with your expectations. Embracing the truth, even when it brings discomfort, will lead you into a new chapter filled with purity, clarity, and a profound sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. The individual responsible for this turmoil, The one who has set snares and spread discord, who has taken advantage of your faith and trust, will soon be revealed. I am the one who observes everything, whether concealed or revealed. I delve into the innermost parts of every soul, and no darkness can hide what has transpired from my sight. This individual behaved as though they could remain concealed indefinitely, as if their facade could outsmart the divine understanding that guides us all. They thought that with careful skill wrapped in gentle misdirection they could evade notice, but they were mistaken, for even now, I, the Lord of Light, am revealing what was concealed to all. I am diligently uncovering every hidden truth that lies beneath the surface. I am bringing forth the hidden things of darkness to quiver in the presence of the coming light. The deceptions that once appeared unyielding will start to fracture. The deeds that were once concealed shall be revealed. The ties bound by the grip of darkness shall be broken. I will not permit falsehood to persist in your life. I will not allow the darkness to continue to erode your spirit each day without being brought to light and confronted. They have committed a grave error, my dear child. They have failed to recognize the profound presence and strength that is actively working within you. They gazed upon you with worldly perceptions, presuming you were fragile, easily hurt, and susceptible to influence. They perceived you as a solitary spirit, a wandering soul in need of guidance. Yet they were unaware that I, the Creator, the Almighty, the ever-living One, reside within you. They did not recognize the sacred protection I bestowed upon you even before you took your first breath. They failed to recognize the sacred barriers surrounding you, barriers strengthened through devotion, belief, and the sacrifice of the Redeemer. And now their season has reached its conclusion. Their plans, regardless of how complex they appeared, have come to an end. They were convinced they could maintain control, that they could persist in laying traps, manipulating others, and spreading confusion. Yet what they did not understand is that I have been attentively watching their every step, each word wrapped in misleading insight, each deed hidden behind a facade of virtue. Nothing goes unnoticed by me. Nothing can stay concealed in shadows when my light starts to illuminate. I chose not to reveal their actions right away, not out of ignorance, but rather to allow them the opportunity to seek forgiveness and change their ways. Yet now, as they continue to turn away from their last chance, I, the Just One, will take action. I will allow their true nature to be unveiled through their actions, their words, and the outcomes they face. Truth stands strong on its own, requiring no defense through debate. It shall emerge in its own time, shining and unmistakable. And you, my cherished one, your eyes shall soon be opened. In the moments ahead, you will begin to discern the signs, elements that have always existed in your life, yet you may not have fully acknowledged them. This is not due to a lack of awareness, but rather because the time for revelation had not yet arrived. But now I am enlightening your understanding in a fresh manner. I am gently removing the barriers that have obscured your understanding, allowing you to perceive not just the outward appearance, but the deeper essence of all that is. You will start to perceive the deeper truths that lie beneath the surface of pleasant expressions. You will discern the actions that do not reflect genuine purpose. You will begin to discern a presence that once entered your life softly, like a delicate fog, insidious yet gentle. Allow your spirit to be stirred. May the vision of your heart be completely illuminated. Do not quickly dismiss what I share with you just because it may cause discomfort, for it is in that very truth that your liberation is approaching. Observe with intention. Pay close attention to every detail, no matter how small. The manifestations will not come with great noise or fury, but rather in the quiet whisper of the divine presence. There will be messages that resonate deeply within your spirit, like whispers from the divine. There will be actions you once regarded as commonplace that now evoke a sense of discomfort within you, for the spirit within is urging you to take heed. I will not take any action without first disclosing it. I am here for you, and I will always guide you towards clarity if you are open to receiving it. The insight bestowed upon you will grow keen, akin to a double-edged sword. Nothing will evade its reach. No falsehood can endure the brilliance of that light. What has been hidden will soon reveal its authentic nature. The layers that conceal our true selves will be stripped away. Connections that once seemed strong will reveal the true intentions lurking beneath the surface. And when that revelation comes, your doubts will be laid to rest. You will come to understand with a deep assurance, not through mere logic, but through a profound conviction that is bestowed upon you from a higher source, from me. When you see, I urge you to respond with prompt obedience. Do not attempt to reinterpret it, nor make excuses for what has already been made clear, for any delay will only extend the cycle of turmoil within your soul. I am not here to instill doubt in your heart, but rather to illuminate the singular obstacle that must be cleared away. This barrier is hindering the spiritual flow, distorting the guidance you seek, and leaving you ensnared in an unexplainable confusion. Your dreams will start to transform before your eyes. What was once unclear will now be made evident. There are moments when certain phrases resonate within you and you come to understand that they hold a deeper significance than you once perceived. You may sense a weight in discussions that previously felt light, and most importantly, you will discern what is for me and what seeks to take away, harm, and ruin. This is a manifestation of heavenly light, arriving to you like the first light of day after a prolonged darkness. Prepare your heart, for when the light arrives, you will not only see others clearly, but you will also gain insight into yourself. You will witness the consequences of what you have allowed, the moments when you overlooked the signs, and the instances where you became complacent. But do not feel ashamed. Do not allow yourself to be overwhelmed by self-condemnation. My intention is not to cast blame, but to bring about healing and renewal. I am here to support you in growing stronger, gaining clarity in your vision, and becoming more steadfast in your journey for the upcoming season. That one, along with the entire system of darkness it is linked to, will ultimately be held accountable to the light I bring. The respect, the trust, and even the compassion you entrusted to others will be restored and revitalized in a new environment, a space where integrity flourishes and where there is no place for deceit. Prepare your spirit, for what you are about to witness may challenge you, but it is essential, for only then will you find true liberation. The masks will be removed, the veils lifted, and the truth, though it may come at a price, will guide you towards complete restoration. Do not let confusion take hold when the truth comes to light, and do not fear when what you once held dear is removed from your grasp. For if it is not meant for you, it is not deserving of your hold. I always ensure that when something is taken away, it is replaced with something of greater value, depth, strength, and lasting significance. I always believe that every loss is accompanied by a greater blessing awaiting us in the divine realm. Yet, you must let go before you can embrace what is to come. You need to allow me to remove the quiet chaos that has gathered within your spirit, so I can restore and build upon a foundation of truth, light, and authentic love. My dear friends, we find ourselves in a significant moment. This is not just a small change, but rather a crucial transformation. I am guiding you towards a new path, lifting you from the darkness and leading you to the purpose I envisioned for you from the start, a place of impact, spiritual strength, clear vision, and unwavering belief. However, you cannot step into the promised land while still holding on to the influence of those who have planted seeds of destruction in your life. True renewal cannot occur while traces of defiance linger unaddressed. Allow me to proceed. Have faith in the wisdom I have instilled in your heart. Do not stifle the inner voice with reason or apprehension. Do not close your heart to wisdom simply because it leads you down a road that seems new and uncharted. Your understanding of everything is not a necessity for me. I humbly request that you place your trust in me. Have faith that I stand with you. Have faith that I understand what is truly best for you. Have faith that I would never lead you through trials without providing rejuvenating blessings on the other side. Remain unwavering. Be truthful with your own heart. May my light illuminate every shadowed space, those areas you've kept hidden not just from others, but also from your own heart. Let go of what stifles your soul, even if it once brought you comfort. You are not meant to dwell in the comfort of what you already know. You are invited to dwell in the presence of the divine blessing. You are not meant to dwell in shadows, but to shine brightly, to speak truth boldly, and to be a channel for the revelation of my glory with clarity. You possess strength within you. You are not a mere speck adrift in the storms of existence. You are not a lost spirit ensnared in the tempest of challenges. You are not as isolated as you may have sensed during those lengthy, sleepless nights. You possess the strength needed to confront what lies ahead. No, you possess more strength than you realize, for my hand is upon your shoulder, steady, kind, and steadfast. My presence envelopes you in every moment. It is my voice that leads you along the journeys that may feel unclear. It is the essence within you that is vibrant, alive, and dynamic, like an eternal flame, like a breath of life that rejuvenates every aspect of your being that may have once seemed dim or forgotten. You will triumph, not through your own might, but by the strength that comes from a higher source. Your steadfast position does not guarantee triumph. Rather, it is my constant faithfulness that brings about true victory. You do not need to foresee every step, for I am here to lead you in every moment. No matter if you traverse the deepest shadows or bask in the light of a new day, even in moments of weariness or trembling hearts, the truth remains unchanged. You have been chosen, you are destined for greatness, and divine preparation is unfolding for you in the significant season. There will be challenges to overcome. Challenges will come at you from every angle, both from external sources and occasionally from within your own heart. One may face unkind words, hushed conversations, and skeptical glances. Whispers from the darkness may seek to undermine your confidence, clouding the clear insights you've recently gained and sowing doubts that appear innocuous but are meant to lead you astray. They will attempt to sow seeds of doubt regarding what I have shared, to challenge the understanding I have instilled in your heart. They may manipulate your feelings, leading you to question yourself with thoughts such as, perhaps I was mistaken, perhaps I misinterpreted the situation, or maybe it was merely a figment of my imagination. But my dear one, do not let those voices overshadow my own. Do not allow uncertainty to dim the truth I have shown you. Do not mistake the enemy's quietness for my lack of presence. I am present with you, not observing from afar, but walking alongside you. I stand with you, sharing messages of hope and encouragement in your moments of need. Understand this, the quietness of the heavens does not signify my absence. At times, my silence may be perceived as absence, yet it is an invitation for you to cultivate trust in the words I have shared, rather than relying on continual reassurance from those around you. There will be moments when the load you bear seems overwhelming and you might stumble, not due to a lack of belief, but because the challenges of the day exceed what you can physically endure. Yet in those times I remain steadfast by your side. I remain steadfast and present. In those very moments, I bend down with compassion, embracing you with arms full of grace, gently wiping away your tears without the need for words, and softly reminding your spirit that you are still cherished, that you remain on the right path. Persevere and hold on to hope. Therefore, remain steadfast, my cherished ones. Do not allow fleeting disturbances to cause you to abandon the path that holds everlasting significance. Let your roots grow deep, not into the fluctuating views of others or the unpredictable currents of feeling, but into the firm foundation of what has been assured. My words shall endure, even as the heavens and the earth may come to an end. I have initiated a meaningful journey within you, and I will see it through to fulfillment with honor and intention, as long as you persist in faith, even when your steps are uncertain, even when your energy is fading, as long as you choose not to retreat, as long as your heart remains directed towards the light. Your strength will be renewed. You shall ascend once more, akin to an eagle gliding majestically in the skies above. You shall stand firm, for even when adversaries attempt to weaken your spirit, and even when they lie in wait to celebrate your struggles, you will remain steadfast. I share this with you. You shall not be overcome, for I am your source of power. I stand as your protector. I am your steadfast refuge. Truth shall be the solid ground beneath your feet, and righteousness will serve as your guiding weapon. Do not set aside your weapon. Persevere in your struggle, for triumph is not reserved for the mightiest, but for those who remain steadfast and unwavering. You are the one, selected, blessed, and summoned by name. You arise, not as one merely enduring the aftermath of a struggle, but as a champion who draws fresh vigor from the divine above. I will wrap you in the protective garments of illumination. I will grant you strength and steadiness, enabling you to navigate even the most challenging paths without faltering. You will not only rise, but you will also walk with confidence, your head held high, not out of pride, but because you are aware of the presence that accompanies you. You are aware of your true identity and where your heart lies. You are aware that you have been saved by the everlasting and all-powerful Creator. You shall walk in truth, not in the fleeting truths of humanity, but in the everlasting and unchanging truth that emanates from my throne. That truth will illuminate your journey even when the world is shrouded in shadows. That truth will make all falsehoods quiver in your presence. This truth has the power to open doors that have remained closed for far too long, and it will shatter the chains that have held you captive. As you embrace the path of truth, you will find not only your own liberation but also become a vessel of hope and healing for those around you. You will bring renewal to those who appeared lost in despair. You will emerge as a refreshing breath of hope in a parched and barren land, and in that moment you will find your freedom. It is not just a surface-level freedom, but a profound liberation that resonates from the core of your existence. This is a freedom that cannot be taken away, one that empowers you to live authentically, free from the need for others' approval, unshackled from emotional manipulation, and no longer imprisoned by fear. This is a liberation that enables you to lift your voice in the deepest darkness, a liberation that grants you the strength to tread softly amidst the fiercest storms, a liberation that equips you to embrace the complete essence of your true self as intended. And when that dark force which has quietly influenced your thoughts, feelings, and spirit is fully shattered under my authority, a wonderful transformation will take place in your life. This will not merely be a passing moment or a slight shift, but rather a deep and complete transformation that begins within and radiates outward. This transformation will not simply involve breaking free from unseen bonds. It shall be a thorough renewal, a sacred rebuilding executed by my own hand, step by step. There will be an elevation, not through your own efforts, but by my hand raising you from the depths and setting you upon a higher place. You will experience a profound sense of encouragement, as if a divine breeze is lifting you from spiritual stagnation, guiding you away from the murky paths you once walked. You will no longer drag your weary feet under your own strength, but walk with the lightness of a soul set free, a mind renewed, and a heart unburdened from the things you never even knew you carried. For you have borne that weight without realizing it, much like a fine layer of dust that clings to your garment on a dreary, rainy day. You may not have recognized that certain burdens have lingered with you, such as negative thoughts, uncertain feelings, lingering worries, and ongoing insecurities. They did not arrive suddenly like a tempest, but rather flowed in gently like water that gradually wears away stone, burdening your spirit little by little. You may not have realized the weight you were bearing, yet deep within, you sensed a weariness, a heaviness in your spirit that seemed beyond understanding. You observed that your rest had lost its tranquility, your supplications lacked their usual depth, and the sharpness of your thoughts appeared to have faded. Yet I witnessed everything. Your presence was always in my heart, even during those times when you felt too weary to reach out to me. I observed each step you took, every breath you held back, and every moment when you felt so weary that you feared you might fade into indifference. Out of love, I have prepared this deliverance, not just to address one concern, but to guide you completely out of the quiet shadows that have clung to your spirit. The time has come for that influence to be shattered, and when it falls apart, you will experience a profound sense of relief, as if a burden you were unaware of has finally been removed from your shoulders. You will discover a deeper breath, a clearer mind, and a more steadfast walk. Your understanding will be renewed, and the uncertainties that once clouded your mind will be illuminated. The choices that once seemed heavy will transform into deep-seated beliefs. The words I shared, once overshadowed by the clamor of falsehood, will resonate like a bell that stirs the spirit awake. You will find strength within yourself. Not the kind of strength that simply prevents you from stumbling, but a strength that emerges from deep within, from the sacred space where my spirit resides in you. That strength will empower you not only to stand firm, but to move forward with confidence. You will find courage in the face of the doubts that once held you back. You will find your way out of the wilderness of doubt. Instead, you will have a clear understanding of your identity, your community, and your divine purpose. This strength may not be boisterous, yet it will resonate profoundly. It shall not be prideful, yet it will stand firm and unwavering. And do you know something, my dear one? The door that once closed harshly before you, the one that brought tears in the stillness of the night, the one that prompted your heartfelt questions, will at last swing wide open. But this time, not out of coercion or desperation, but because I, the one who possesses the eternal key, will graciously open it for you. When the shadows are lifted, nothing will stand in the way of my work in your life. What I have committed to will be revealed in due time. The doors of abundance will swing wide on their own. The paths that were once concealed will be revealed in the illuminating embrace of truth. My dear friend, in this moment, you are nearer than ever to the purpose I have envisioned for you since the very start. The words I spoke concerning you, even before your existence in your mother's womb, are poised for you, just a few steps of faith away. And if you choose to step forward, if you continue to walk towards the light, even with shaky legs and a heart that still questions, you will start to witness the very blessings you once yearned for cascading into your life like a heavenly waterfall, strong, rejuvenating, and relentless. Just a few more steps taken in faith, not by emotion, not by what is visible, but by complete trust in me. And you will see me unlocking pathways you believed were forever shut. You will discover the responses to the most profound inquiries of your soul. I will illuminate what was previously unclear. I will mend the wounds that time cannot reach, for I provide lasting solutions. I bring healing from the very foundation, reaching into the deepest parts of your being. I will bring forth the change you have sought, yearned for, and patiently awaited, not through human effort, but by divine strength from above. For only I can bring forth life where once there seemed to be nothing but despair. There was a time when you thought certain things were unattainable. You observed others being blessed and found yourself pondering, am I not deserving? But today I declare to you, the very things you believed had eluded you, the blessings you thought had escaped your grasp, I am bringing them back to you. And this time you will find peace in their presence. You will not need to plead. I will personally entrust them to you. I will bring back what has been taken away. I will restore to you twofold for everything you have endured with steadfastness. What once seemed distant, unwelcoming, or unattainable will now resonate deeply, drawing close and becoming part of your journey. For I am the one who transforms the impossible into the possible, and I do this not due to your perfection, but because you belong to me. I have witnessed the steadfast determination that resides in you. I have witnessed your commitment to stay true even in times when you felt a void within. I have witnessed your steadfast faith even in the midst of overwhelming shadows. I have witnessed your steadfastness, your unwavering spirit, and your determination to move forward without hesitation, and I hold that dearer than you might realize. Your unwavering faith has touched the divine. Your prayers have been gathered and cherished in precious vessels at my presence. Every tear you have shed holds meaning and purpose. Each individual has been held in our hearts, cherished, and now their voices have been heard. My cherished one, you have traversed through trials without being harmed. You have navigated through challenging times without being overwhelmed. You have faced trials, endured challenges, and been refined, yet you remain unyielded. You embody the evidence of my enduring strength. And because you have remained steadfast, I will now bless you, not with a mere token, but with a generous, abundant, and overflowing gift. I will bring comfort to the voids within you, the silent corners you believed were beyond anyone's touch. I will restore the broken chapters of your journey, those that have been disrupted, left incomplete, or stained by the actions of others. And the new narrative I craft will be more beautiful than anything you ever dared to envision. You are already valued beyond measure. It is important to focus on your own path and not measure it against the experiences of others. You will experience genuine peace, free from torment, liberated from heaviness, and unburdened by the weight of doubt. I will guide you in embracing a life of lightness in my presence, fostering an awareness of your inherent worth, love, and support each day, not based on your actions, but on your true identity in me. Your purpose is not an unclear, far-off concept. This is a profound mission affirmed by my own commitment, and the moment for it to manifest is approaching swiftly. So cling tightly to your beliefs. Continue to move ahead with faith. Persevere in the face of criticism. Do not lose heart over what remains unseen. For I am the steadfast presence, the one who initiated a good work within you, and I will see it through to completion until it is fully realized in glory. Therefore, dear one, embrace the fullness of your heart. May hope ignite once more in your heart. Let your gaze be filled with the joyful anticipation of a child rushing into the embrace of their loving parent. May every uncertainty be shed like a worn-out cloak. Allow me, the one who sustained you through the trials, to now guide you into a place of abundance, filled with life, blessings, and fulfillment. You've journeyed a great distance. You have moved beyond the starting point. Now is the moment to take action. Let us move forward with courage and faith. Your purpose is beckoning, and I stand ready to embrace you with open arms. My dear child, have you observed? The individuals in your midst, though they may not voice it or articulate their feelings, can undoubtedly perceive that there is something unique about your presence. They feel my presence in each word you utter, in every look, and in even the tiniest of your deeds. They sense a radiance that transcends earthly origins, an extraordinary peace that surpasses understanding. This is part of a greater plan. It is the essence of my spirit that resides in you. It is the outcome of the moments we've shared in the shadows, the quiet struggles you've endured, the instances you've stumbled and yet found the strength to rise again through belief. That journey has cultivated within you a profound beauty of the spirit that is unique, a gentle light that draws the attention of even the most unaware heart. They perceive a quality within you that is beyond their understanding, something that captivates them while also stirring a sense of unease. They behold the tranquility they have yearned for, yet have never fully attained. They recognize in you a resilience amidst uncertainty, a peace when everything around is in disarray, a belief that allows you to find joy even in hardship. It ignites their interest, yet simultaneously, the very light may lead them to maintain a safe distance, for light can indeed be daunting, particularly for those who have become too familiar with the shadows. Understand that my presence extends beyond just your own journey. My affection extends beyond a single individual. I have extended my hand upon them as well. I have called their names, reaching out with open arms to welcome them back into my embrace. I have invested my heart into their journeys, provided them with chances and open pathways of kindness. The moments they evade peril, the instances of unexpected peace within their souls, the encouragement that arrives unbidden despite their shortcomings, those were not mere chance. Those were remnants of my spirit, the essence of my affection lingering in their journey. I have reached out to them, offered gentle reminders, and extended an invitation to embrace the light, yet they have chosen to turn away. They selected their own journey, the one they felt was more favorable, simpler, and more expansive. They turned away from the gentle invitation of the Holy Spirit, closed their hearts to the warnings, and disregarded my counsel. Their hearts became unyielding. They believed they possessed the wisdom to navigate their own paths, thinking they had no need for divine guidance. Meanwhile, as I waited with patience, their hearts gradually shut themselves off. Their vision faded, obscured by a shroud of arrogance and uncertainty. Pride does not always reveal itself through boisterous arrogance. It may manifest through an overabundance of self-sufficiency, a refusal to acknowledge spiritual longing, or a neglect of my presence. They credit the events of their lives to their own skills, to chance, to hard work, gradually pushing me out of the picture, yet I persist. My love for them remains steadfast. I continue to hold hope for their return, yet I shall respect their autonomy. I respect the autonomy of each individual, for genuine love cannot be compelled. It is truly fulfilled when it is offered with an open heart. It pains me deeply to witness them wander off. It pains me when the eyes that once recognized me turn distant. It pains me when they experience my grace yet fail to hold it dear. Yet I remain steadfast in my resolve. I persist in my pursuit, reshaping situations, using your existence as a reflection to remind them of my presence, that my love endures and that grace is ever accessible. Beloved, do not let the lack of understanding from others weigh heavily on your heart as you navigate your path. Do not sorrow when they turn away from the illumination that is emerging within you. Do not allow their rejection to shake your faith in what is unfolding, for it is in this very moment that the light within you shines as a testament, not through grand speeches but through the authentic essence of your existence. As you persist in your journey of faith, responding not with disputes but with love, patience, and kindness, it is I who communicate through you. They are observing, even if their words remain unspoken, even if they feign ignorance, every move you make, every change in your focus, every sign of genuine tranquility. It is igniting inquiries within them, bringing forth a quiet awe they have yet to bravely face. What sets that individual apart? And that is when the seed is planted. Even if their hearts are currently hardened, there will come a time when your example will act as a heavenly reminder, drawing them back to the path they are meant to follow. I do not hold you in higher regard than others, but your response to my love has set you on a path that they have yet to understand. Embrace humility and gentleness, yet stand firm in your convictions. Hold on to your compassion, continue to lift them up in prayer, but do not let their indifference or mockery waver your steadfastness. Deep down, they do not harbor hatred. Rather, they are confronted by the light within you, which brings them discomfort. They may not comprehend at this moment, but a time will arrive when they will recall and earnestly seek. I will persist in igniting their spirits. I will employ every possible way to connect with them, but as for you, strive to live in harmony with the responsibilities I have placed in your care. Embrace the light you possess, for it serves not just your own path, but also guides those who wander in darkness. It is important to understand that many may not recognize their own thirst until they witness another partaking in refreshment. You are the one who offers my cup of living water in a parched and weary place, and one day those who appear distant now will come close and inquire, "How did you discover that peace?" And when that moment arrives, there will be no need for a prepared message. You will simply share your journey, for the truth that resides within you will stand as the most compelling testament to my unwavering love. Simply embrace your true self, a beacon of light, a bearer of truth, selected to manifest my presence to the world not by mere words, but through a life that has been changed, and I will handle everything else. My cherished one, approach me daily, not merely as a routine, but as a holy meeting between two souls united by everlasting affection. In that sacred space between us, there flows an eternal stream of life, healing, and light. In this sacred space, you find renewal not just through spoken words, but through the essence of my being, where you can listen to a gentle whisper in the quiet, allowing every concern to dissolve and every fatigue to transform into heavenly peace. Each day, do not allow the challenges of life to distance you from that sacred space of connection. Come back to the essence of belief. Come back to the space where your spirit intertwines with the sacred source of existence. May my voice from above be the first sound that resonates in your heart as the day dawns, and the last whisper that remains in your thoughts as night descends. May the words I share with you serve as the steadfast foundation for your every thought, the measure by which you distinguish right from wrong, and the anchor that keeps you grounded when life storms come your way. Keep your thoughts anchored in faith, and do not tread the path of confusion. May my message serve as your guiding light, leading you ever closer to the truth. When you embrace this message as the foundation of your life, you will find yourself steadfast, unshaken by the opinions of others, free from the distractions of the world, and no longer searching for validation in temporary things. For this truth is the strength that supports you, the light that illuminates your path in times of uncertainty, and the sustenance that nourishes your spirit endlessly. My dear one, let your heart be open and share everything with me. Do not be afraid that I will uncover the depths of your being, for I am already aware of every facet of you, and my love for you remains whole and steadfast. Allow me to envelop you in a comforting embrace, like the soothing warmth that breaks through the cold of winter, like a loving parent welcoming their child back after a long absence. Do not approach me with mere words. Come with your entire essence, with a heart that fully trusts, and with a deep yearning to draw closer. When you open your heart, you will come to understand that I have always been close. I have always been the one who waits with open arms, longing for you to return to the warmth of my care. Allow your spirit to find peace within me, not due to the resolution of all your troubles, but because you understand in your heart that I possess every answer. True peace is not discovered in the lack of challenges, but in the assurance that, through every circumstance, you are always accompanied. Your assurance lies in my presence, and when this truth becomes a part of you, fear of tomorrow will fade away, and anxiety about the unknown will no longer trouble your heart. You can trust that the one guiding you is unwavering, benevolent, and always acts with perfect wisdom. My dear one, embrace the spirit of gratitude. Even when the world around you appears unchanged, express gratitude not solely for what you possess, but for the faith you have in the journey ahead. This is belief, not one shaped by fleeting situations, but rooted in the everlasting essence of the one who remains constant. Such faith paves the way for me to work powerfully in your life. When you lift a melody of steadfast thankfulness, you proclaim to the skies, I have faith in you, Father, even when my vision is clouded and my grasp is empty. Such trust has the power to shake the heavens and stir the deepest parts of the spiritual realm to take action. The wonderful blessings I have set aside for you are neither postponed nor overlooked. They are coming closer, arriving in the divine timing and harmony of the heavens. There is no need for concern regarding the timing or the manner in which events will transpire. What I have started in you, I will undoubtedly bring to fulfillment. Nothing and no one can obstruct the plans I have set for your life. As long as you stay connected to me, maintain your faith, and keep moving forward under my direction. Even now, in this very moment, as you read these words, something profound is quietly taking shape within you. The wonderful plans I have for your life are not merely external. They are being intricately crafted within your very spirit. Development, perseverance, sanctity, insight. These are the blessings I am nurturing within you. I am renewing you from within, so that when the moment is right, you will possess the strength to bear all that I have set aside for you. Every part of you holds purpose. Every moment holds significance. Every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is being utilized to mold a new creation within you, a presence that is more powerful, profound, and intimate than I have ever experienced. And then, at the appointed hour, these truths will come to light. Your hopes and desires will soon come to light. The hopes you hold dear within you will come to fruition. The aspirations you believed were lost will be revived, blossoming anew with greater depth and significance. I always commit fully to everything I undertake. When I offer wholeheartedly. When I open a door, it remains open for all to see. When I embark on a mission, nothing can deter me. Keep my words dear to your spirit. Have faith in me, and always remember this one truth. I hold you in my heart with deep affection, not only when you have everything in order, not just in moments of strength, not solely when you appear flawless, but consistently at all times without fail. My love remains steadfast, unaffected by fleeting feelings or your actions. It serves as the steadfast foundation upon which you can build your life for all time. In times of struggle, in moments of doubt, remember that my unwavering love for you remains constant. And so, my dear one, draw near to me each day. May your heart become a sacred space where my presence dwells. May my love envelop you like a cherished garment each day, fill your lungs with every breath, and illuminate the path of your journey. And you shall come to understand this truth. When you abide in me, you will find that you have all you need. Every good and perfect gift I have prepared for you will come to you, not through your own efforts, but through your commitment to walk in faith and obedience. Entrust the rest to me, for you are my beloved. My love for you is unwavering and eternal. Come forth with your heartfelt supplication, O Divine One, who perceives all, even in the stillness. I humbly come before you and seek the illumination of my sight. Illuminate my spirit's vision, allowing me to perceive the unseen and to understand every action occurring in my surroundings. Help me to see clearly and not overlook the guidance that your Spirit has placed within me. Bestow upon me keen insight, that I may always recognize light from darkness and discern truth from deception. Heavenly Father, guide me into the depths of truth and uncover all that must be illuminated. Divine Spirit, source of all life, I humbly request that you fill my home with your mighty and sacred presence. Bestow upon me the wisdom to discern the light from the darkness, to recognize the truth from the falsehood. Guide me to discern your voice distinctly, even amid the clamor of falsehoods and diversions. O Divine One who knows the innermost thoughts of all, reveal to me if any have come here and left behind shadows of wrongdoing. I seek to walk in truth, yet I also yearn to avoid the shadows of deception. Guide me with your light, both gently and with strength. Heavenly Father, I humbly ask that you send your divine protection to envelop and safeguard my dwelling. May every hidden corner, every room, and every door be enveloped in the protective embrace of your mighty angels, standing vigilant to shield against all forces that do not originate from you. May every word once whispered in the shadows, every act performed outside the light, be carried away by the sacred breath of your Spirit. I invoke the precious blood of the Lamb upon every wall and threshold. Purify this dwelling, consecrate it, and let your holy presence be firmly established here as the ultimate authority and rightful ruler of this household. Heavenly Father, by the power you have bestowed upon me, I proclaim a total breaking of all residual influences from times gone by, every concealed presence not of your making that lingers in this home. I reject every unholy agreement, every negative word that has been uttered, and every action that has allowed darkness to enter. In the name of Jesus, I seal every doorway that was improperly opened. I proclaim that this home is now a sanctuary of light, tranquility, and sacred presence. No opposing force holds sway in this place, for it is yours alone. Heavenly Father, I am grateful for your guidance that has kept me from falling into falsehood. I am grateful for your love and the courage you have shown in sharing the truth with me before it becomes too late. I seek your guidance as I navigate this season of revelation. Bestow upon me tranquility as the truth reveals itself, and shield my heart from resentment as those who have dwelled in falsehood are brought to light. Guide me in the path of wisdom and help me to place my trust in your guidance. I choose to place my trust not in my own understanding, but in the illuminating guidance of your sacred truth. Heavenly Father, I seek your guidance to bring tranquility into my household. May every room transform into a sanctuary of divine peace. Eliminate all hidden burdens and every quiet discomfort that has settled within. Transform the environment entirely and grant peace and solace to my spirit. I invite your presence to come down softly like the morning dew, to purify like a refining fire, and to flow gently and steadily like a stream. This dwelling is wholly and eternally yours, O Lord. Heavenly Father, I seek your divine empowerment to stand resolutely against all forces of darkness. Even now, I proclaim and wield that authority within this very dwelling. All that does not belong to you must step back. Everything that is concealed should be revealed for all to see. Every word of curse that has been spoken is now shattered and stripped of its power. I proclaim words of life, of blessing, and of divine creativity into this space. This space will embody the truth of your kingdom. I offer this prayer in the sacred and mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And embrace the abundance of his love. Amen.